I want to be let it be known we are gonna start soon. I'm just waiting on Kratos will be starting very soon. His brother was supposed to be here, but he was calling to work, so it's just gonna be him, me, and him. Um, but he is actually going to represent his brother when it comes to the picks. So yeah, so stay tuned to that. All right. We are officially here now. We actually have alive people.
Sorry, I fell asleep. I
So
just woke up again. A nap that I took a little too long.
yeah, it was a little too long. Well,
Hmm.
so before we go over this draft thing, news just broke about 3 minutes ago regarding WWE, and I'm kind of pissed off about it because now the show is going to get even worse.
Here.
Here we go. You ready for this? Raw and SmackDown
Go.
are going to be led by Bruce Pritchard, as Paul Heyman is no longer in creative on Raw. Holy shit.
Oh no.
Oh God. No. No. God no, please no.
If anything, what I heard about what's happening on SmackDown tomorrow night is
Oh no.
true.
Oh God.
It's true.
Oh no.
We're in for a rough time
No. This
with
is.
him as head of creative.
And then I tweeted out Vince needs to be removed from power immediately.
Um,
No, SmackDown is the worst show on television right now, and it's worse than Raw. I never thought I'd say it's worse than Raw.
Well, if you see what's going down, if you've seen the spoilers for what's going down between like this feud with Sheamus and Jeff Hardy, if you've
Right.
seen the spoilers, people are already pissed off.
Exactly.
You think that this whole storyline where they had like Jeff Hardy show up drunk was any bad?
Right.
Vince and Bruce, pretty much, according to what I'm hearing,
Right.
they're pretty much topping that entire like situation with this thing, with this segment going, hold our drinks, hold our seltzers, hold our Ronas, everything, because they're bringing in. If you don't want to watch this segment, should I tell you now?
Man, I don't know.
You don't want me.
Question: check the live stream. Is it still showing the fucking "will be live soon" thing?
Hold on.
I just want to make sure.
Check.
Yeah, I'll probably change it a little bit. And I'm gonna get my food.
It says stream will begin soon. Yeah.
Okay, well,
It says stream will begin soon.
okay, well, at least it's playing. So,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna get my food real quick, and you can talk about why your brother is not here.
Elm.
Yeah.
He did call in to work at his other job, so that's a thing because he works two jobs, one with me, one at a restaurant, but with like our older brother. But they called him in for tonight. Now he's stuck working night, tomorrow night, and Saturday night. But anyways, I had a messed up story to tell you. I promised to tell you. Me and him were talking about trading picks around the time we were setting up our draft picks. He wanted a way to get Nia Jax off his show without having to draft her. So he tried to trade her for my top draft pick. I told him, I'm not trading you my top pick for someone who's unsafe. I'd rather have my women's division not be just one woman at the end of this.
Yeah, we're gonna draft Nia Jax and no, I'm just kidding.
And I told him, would you like and I told him, would you like Tamina for your female draft pick? He said nope. He said a hard no.
Oh, my first female draft pick is like I just went for it.
We both dubbed the Tamina and Nia Jax should not have been named Samoan Slaughterhouse.
No, I'm very
Should have been named the Unsafe Samoans.
Though I am very curious to see what they're gonna do because I don't know if that video was supposed to be released or not. but I'm interested.
I don't know if it should have been.
I'm a little.
Because
I'm a
it
little interested.
relies
Normally,
Mina in a insane asylum. They have my attention just a little bit, just a little bit.
yep. So at some point, this is going to change. I don't know when it's going to change, but it will. All right. Let me find my remote. Not my remote. My what's the thing called? Mouse.
This whole thing with Jeff Hardy, Sheamus. I'm surprised Jeff Hardy is okay. Put the okay stamp on letting them do this for tomorrow.
I mean,
If you've read that report,
yeah. I mean, to be fair, to be honest, I didn't care about this feud going into this. If I'm being 100% honest here, it's a
I
match.
didn't care about the feud either.
It's a match that
Just
doesn't
like-
need a contract signing. There's no title involved.
Nope.
Now, if Daniel Bryan versus, I would kind of wish Bryan and Styles was on the pay per view,
Oh, most definitely.
but you know,
I'm just first. Why does it need a contract sign? Two, I understand that most people might not know the difference between actual you know. I don't want to spoil it for people who's watching or people who don't care to watch. But I know that some people won't be able to tell the difference between the actual thing and apple juice or Listerine, stuff like that.
Mhm.
But still, it's disgusting to throw on somebody. I've read comments about this whole situation. People were reading Sheamus is going to be, what on? I'm down to see that. And then a reply under that, one comment said, "R. Kelly would be proud." For anybody who wants a expectation of what to think. That.
If the stream doesn't go the way it wants, I'm also going to record this too. So what was your take on NXT Takeover in your house? Because I haven't got most of your take on it yet.
I was working that night, unfortunately.
But did you get the chance to watch it afterwards?
Oh yes, oh yes.
Listen,
the NXT Championship not being the main event in the cinematic thing.
That's actually the right call. If I'm being
honest. I was okay with it not being the main event because based on the fact that we got to see Cross pretty much then the dominant offense against Tommaso Ciampa. I was fine with that.
The second they did I found out the Backlot Brawl wasn't main eventing, and I found out the women were. I'm like, Io's totally winning the title.
But when I saw that Io was pinned Rhea for the title and not the champion, I'm just like you.
But she's no longer. She's done with NXT for the time being, which I'm like, good.
But what pissed me off the most was what I read while I was still watching that match. When Asuka was going to be facing Charlotte this past Monday. I'm like, I'd be fucking kidding me. You just lost the belt.
And at first they tweeted out it was for the title. I'm like, wait, what?
I read that tweet too. I almost screenshotted that tweet. I'm like, are you kidding me, people?
But according to Dave Meltzer, it's gonna be the match for SummerSlam. I'm like, you're fucking joking me.
It means nothing's planned for Shayna.
Oh, there's something planned with Shayna, alright. You're not gonna like it either.
I mean, I really don't like the segment with Jeff Hardy. I already don't like the fact that Paul Heyman's already let go.
On the Raw Talk thing, they teased Shayna Baszler going after the 24/7 title. One of the most dominant NXT Women's Champions in history, 24/7 title.
Oh, we get rid of Rob Gronkowski according to one top star, said like he is obnoxious
Well,
and shit to say. Stuff like
well, anybody who
it's
plays,
like
anybody who played for the New England Patriots I mean, that should be obvious.
obnoxious, yeah, one thing. But I'm just glad he's already gone out of a contract with WWE.
Man, so yeah,
We can try to get real actual wrestlers instead of just like instead of more part timers.
so now let's get into this draft. I'm going to still eat while we're doing the draft because I don't give a fuck. So this idea came up by randomly. I was like, we're not going to get another 2K game until next year,
Next year, yep. Because they're probably going to put back GM mode.
That, and they're just gonna they seem like they really want to fix the game. Well, the one guy does. I don't know about the actual company.
Apparently, it is online problems with 2K19 and 2K20.
Yeah, I saw that earlier.
I read that on Twitter before I fell asleep.
Well, I'm not even playing the game right now, so. But I had this idea. I'm like, I asked one of my friends if this has ever happened before. This is before I asked you about it. I'm gonna, instead of doing one universe mode, I'm gonna take both games and combine them into one like big universe. So you're gonna one match maybe on 2K19, one match be on 2K20. You don't know. Oh, actually, you will know if you see Greg Hamilton instead of JoJo.
Or if you read the banners like in the crowd, right, where it says like WWE 2K19 or 2K20.
So I'm like, let's do that instead. But instead of just drafting, well, it's in the rules, but just in drafting, people who are on the WWE roster, I'm like, what if we include AEW and a few other talents from other companies? I'm like, that's a really good idea. So let's go. Well, I'm going to go through the draft rules here. Oh, before we do that, before we all did this, we had to choose the brand. I chose NXT because NXT. I'd rather have NXT than fucking. I'd probably make Raw a better show. I'm just saying, or SmackDown a better show. But I got NXT. Kratos went and got SmackDown, and his brother Jordan, who is at work.
Not here at the moment. Just make it this time because of work.
But
instead, I have to say on his behalf for every draft pick, he has written down for him.
On my behalf.
Overall.
But
I have to say that every time.
Now, beforehand, I want to let this know because I forgot to put this in the notes when I was putting in the draft rules together. Anyone who goes undrafted will remain on the brand that they're currently already, assigned to. For like example, I know you're gonna hate. I know your brother's gonna hate this, but Nia Jax will remain on Raw if she's not drafted. You know what I'm saying?
Which is why he was trying to trade her when he read those rules. He was trying to trade her almost immediately.
I forgot about it. I forgot about it. So, well, I didn't forget about it. I was like, I ran out of room basically. So here's the rules. Official draft rules right here. 2K Universe mode. I've already stated that out here. Instead of drafting wrestlers from who's already in the game, like from both games, Eric Young, all those guys, people weren't it. It's really confusing when you read in the roster page, you say Killian Dane, but Killian Dane isn't in 2K20. I'm like, I know this. He's in the other game. It's really weird. You'll be drafting both AEW and WWE wrestlers. Only, it's already somewhere down there. Managers and retired wrestlers are not draftees, except Paul Heyman and Zelina Vega. Because if you draft Brock Lesnar, you get Paul Heyman. If you draft Andrade or Angel Garza, or both, you get
Zelina.
Yes. So those two are exceptional.
I think it should be the same if we were to draft, like, say, no, Lance Archer isn't a part of it because
that's what I was gonna say. Well, yeah, he technically is because we're drafting both Raw and WWE and AEW.
I mean, he wasn't. Well, that would also mean Jake Roberts would be his manager as well.
Yeah.
If we get Lance Archer, we also get Jake the Snake.
Yes, and same thing with Cody. If you get Cody, get Arn Anderson. Well, he's not.
Anderson.
Oh. But there will be a select few roster members, not a lot, but a select few from New Japan Pro Wrestling, Stardom, Impact, and Ring of Honor. I was like, who can I choose? And I think I chose a few good names. Like I said, Raw, SmackDown, and NXT. First two major pay-per-views. I actually found somebody who's really good at making really good at making custom match card stuff. So he's going to be solely doing the NXT stuff. Well, the NXT Takeover stuff, because I have like the templates for SummerSlam, all that. First one for NXT is going to be the NXT Takeover Tampa. Because I just really want to use that logo because its logo is badass.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably the best NXT logo, NXT Takeover logo. I don't know. I mean, the New Orleans one is pretty sick too, but they need to make there needs to be a Ciampa shirt because I wanted to see the Tommaso Ciampa Ciampa Bay shirt, the logo thing. That was pretty cool. And then SummerSlam for the Raw and SmackDown. 30 picks for each brand, which would be 90 for each show. Or not 90 for each show, but 30 for each show, which would lead up to 90. Tag teams can be split up. For example, if you choose to, actually, hang on, I'll go into the second part of this draft here. That's what that'd be. So, for instance, if you get Adam Cole, you can choose to get the Undisputed Era, but you don't have to get the Undisputed Era. Does that make sense?
I understand.
All right. So, championships. I forgot. I was like, I had to make this rule because it's not going to make any sense. Okay, so championships are a little bit tricky. NXT championships will remain on the yellow brand. We're not bringing the NXT championship to Raw and switching it out for the W. We're not doing that. No. Mm. But Raw and SmackDown. All right. So the NXT championships will be drafted. I put in here Keith Lee. Keith Lee, who's the current North American champion. If he is drafted to either Raw or SmackDown, the North American championship automatically becomes vacant. So vacant. So we all draft vacant. So he's a legend in the business. Now the main roster champion is a little bit different. If Drew McIntyre is drafted to the SmackDown, the WWE championship goes to SmackDown. Same thing applies to Braun Strowman. And the Intercontinental Champion. The Intercontinental Championship is weird because we don't know who the Intercontinental Champion is right now as of this recording and live. So there is an Intercontinental Champion. We just don't know because it hasn't aired yet. And the U.S. Championship, champion who's Apollo, right?
Yes.
So he would be drafted. So, for instance, if he was drafted to SmackDown, the SmackDown gets the United States Championship. The women's titles, same issue there. Is the same thing. Now I know this McIntyre may actually be drafted to NXT. I'm not going to tell you yet. Or Strowman is drafted to NXT. The main if for instance if Bayley, Asuka, anyone who's holding a main roster championship is drafted in NXT, those titles become vacant. Is the point I'm trying to make there. Same rules apply to the tag team titles. The women's tag team titles do not exist in this universe mode. Thank Christ. I don't like the idea of them.
Neither do I.
All right, here are the available names from New Japan, Stardom, Impact, and Ring of Honor. From New Japan Pro Wrestling, which I'm so glad they're coming back, is one of the best, one of the greatest IWGP champions of all time, Kazuchika Okada, the current IWGP champion, who is also the current IWGP Intercontinental champion, Tetsuya Naito. I
also heard that Dominion will have 33% capacity when it's alive.
They did. That was confirmed. The president of New Japan said that.
Definitely.
I saw
that report.
I thought about putting Tanahashi in here, but I'm maybe later.
He could be like a good midway point for a.
Yeah, if we want to
any midway draft picks.
So then then the badass known as Minoru Suzuki, who I would never even try to even piss off because he might kill me.
Let's don't mention the fact that he wore a tutu to WrestleMania 34, and you'll be fine.
Oh well, you did.
Oh, crap.
And then
I just cursed myself.
And then the leader of the Bullet Club, Switchblade Jay White, from New Japan Pro Wrestling.
At this point, who knows if he's still the leader because of Kenta?
I mean, maybe. I thought about putting Kenta in there. That's the other one I was thinking, but I didn't know if I wanted to.
Then there's also the issue of trying to find his current theme song in freaking New Japan to use for like entrances.
Yeah. Well, I mean, speaking of entrances, music, they're finally going to be releasing Io Shirai's theme.
Yes.
I'm like, good. Now give me the Kabuki Warriors. That's the only one I want. I mean, it took forever for us to get the Hikaru Shida's theme. I'm like, well, why didn't they have it? They didn't have it, and they're come to find out, AEW's music people didn't make that song. It was Shida's brother. So, all right. Speaking of Shida,
her brother made that song.
Yeah, her brother made that song. Her brother's a musician.
Oh, shoot.
And so is she.
Nice.
Okay. So from Stardom, we have Jamie Hayter, which I want to see more of her when people can travel again, because I want to see more of her on AEW. I was impressed with her first time I seen her. Mayu Iwatani, which is one of my, I call Io, Kairi, and Mayu like the three amigos of Japanese women's wrestling. So there, another one, Samiri Natsu. She is something else. Well,
She that dominatrix?
I didn't say it. You did. No, she's great. I like her. Mumble Watanabe.
Actually, based on that picture we were talking about when we were talking about her on Discord.
Yeah, I was trying. Yeah,
she's good looking.
Yeah.
Anybody who's watching right now, look up that woman.
So Mumble Watanabe, she is. I'm still trying to learn more about her, but I like her stuff. And she okay. Now you see Rio here. Technically, yes, I know she wrestles for AEW, but technically, you see her. She doesn't wrestle that much on AEW at all, even with the travel ban not lifted. Even when there's no travel ban. So I put her on her on Stardom because she works there mostly. Now, sadly, before what happened to Hana Kimura, I was going to put her on here. When we did this, when I really did this idea, like months ago, like months ago. But okay, here's the story. So, on my WAW stuff, we had a match. We had originally had a match scheduled for WrestleMania Night 2 because we haven't even gotten there yet. It was supposed to be the Kabuki Warriors versus Hikaru Shida and Hana Kimura. Like I said, we haven't filmed Night 2 yet. So, I haven't filmed Night 2 yet because I'm the one who does most of that. But the point is, when I was getting ready to start working on that, the news broke out of Hana Kimura's passing, right? I'm like, well, shit. I gotta think of something here. So like a week later, I figured out, I could just change the match and just change it to a Hana Kimura tribute match. I'm like, I'll do Asuka versus Kairi Sane, the two people who knew her most, and do it as a Hana Kimura tribute match. And then I guess that's what we're doing now. So, but it sucks. It sucks. I really would have loved to have her on this draft. No, rest in peace, Hana Kimura. And then we got Impact. Tessa Blanchard, the current, what is she, the Impact champion, I think, whatever. I don't watch Impact anymore.
Impact World Champion hiding out in Mexico.
I'm
hearing, she's hiding out in Mexico to the rumors that now.
Oh, well. I almost said Hana Kimura again. Sami Callihan, the underbred Su Yung, which I love Su Yung, which is one of my favorites. Moose, which with Su Yung, I have a cool. I put her in the Wyatt family into WAW stuff, so that's great. Moose, Rosemary, and Jessica Havoc. That's on Impact for Ring of Honor, obviously you're gonna have the villain there, Marty Scurll, Roosh, Bandito, and Dragon Lee. So there is what we got.
3 greatest luchadors from CMLL: Roosh, Bandito, and Dragon Lee. I think Dragon Lee still has a little bit of heat with New Japan for like nearly killing Hiromu Takahashi in the ring a couple years ago in Dallas. I think that was Dallas or California. He did that release like. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
He did that release suplex where he just like had Hiromu just slide backwards on his neck. I'm like, oh.
Oh, by the way, you're never gonna believe this. So I have the stream up on the Xbox because it finally changed. It finally changed.
Yep.
Okay. So do you have the doc open, or do I need the?
Oh, trust me. We actually wrote ours down on a piece of paper.
The doc for the spreadsheet, so I can write the names in there.
Oh, I don't have it open. No.
Oh, okay. Let me send that to you again. Okay, there's that. I sent it to you again. Okay. Now, there was another thing I wanted to say. What was it? Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, I remember now. I did do a randomizer thing. That thing where you do random things.
Yeah, the randomizer.
And apparently I did it one time. But it's not me because it's my channel or anything like that. No, it just happened because it goes NXT.
Random.
Since I got NXT, it's NXT, SmackDown, Raw.
Messed up. I like it.
You know what's funny though? At one point it was NXT, SmackDown, Raw. When you go back to 2016, it was NXT, SmackDown, Monday Night Raw.
Yep.
Yep. So, you got your bros. Wait, did you write it on paper or what did you do?
Wrote it down on paper.
Oh, well, I thought about writing it on paper, but I'm like, I might lose it, so I'm gonna put it on a notepad.
We got our picks on paper.
Yep. Okay. I said 30 picks. I'm going back and forth with, so I have 2 names on here. Pick 18, but I'm very I don't know. You know, I did have to change one because I didn't draft him when I originally thought about it. I'm like, so first draft pick is, and no surprises, the current NXT Women's Champion Io Shirai.
All right.
My
first draft also going to be my division heel. Top heel in my women's division. The boss, Sasha Banks.
Oh, fuck.
She was going to be my top heel every single time. I am so sorry.
Number 20 on my list.
It was my top pick on women's division based on heel in-ring work alone.
I was...
Now you see why I wasn't trading.
In there, you can work on
my part.
Put yours in there. Put video in there so you can. Now I gotta. Okay. Sasha Banks and somebody now. Shit.
My brother, on his behalf, one pick, which is the women's division right now because apparently it's Sasha Banks who's the NXT Women's Champion on his channel.
Oh, that's cool.
Prepping against Io Shirai.
Sasha Banks is in real life.
And she is his inaugural NXT Women's Champion at the Sydney show.
Man, I gotta make sure. I don't remember if I have Asuka on my list. I probably